Hi, I am Larissa Perfeito. I am professor and producer. And let's talk about what does art director do? And I start this class with an annotation. Take a look. Bigger production, bigger team. Sometimes it's hard to understand because each production is a specific situation. So I have a movie production, and it's different for advertising production, and even a movie production. Is it a short movie, or is a feature film, or it is a fantasy film with chroma key and special effects, or is something romantic and it's gonna be recorded in a different scenario like a beach. So each situation we have a different art direction. So in this class, I'm gonna show you with examples, and you are gonna to have everything clear in your mind, okay? And first, we need a very simple definition, and it's gonna help you too. Art director is a leader of a design team. So, for example, if you have someone working with the costume, if you have someone working with the scenario, if you have someone working with the typography or something in the post-production, you have a team. And this team has the leader, the art director, right? And here I have for you another attention. When we work with design, we work with meaning. And this clarifies our mind a lot. When we work with art direction, we work with meaning because everything means something. For example, if here we have a clapperboard, what does it mean? It means I am talking about movies production. So it has a meaning, and this picture has a meaning too, because it's Charlie Chaplin. This has a meaning too, because I am not talking in my language. I speak Portuguese. I am speaking English here right now, but here is in Portuguese. So everything has a meaning. The type of the clothes I am, the color of my lipstick, everything has a meaning. And when you put this in a screen, you have many meanings to who is watching, to the viewer, and he gets everything. So the first tip for working with art direction is having being very aware that everything you put in the screen has a meaning, and everything a person who is watching you is gonna to wonder about it and understand a communication which is not by words, and it's powerful. I guarantee it's very, very, very powerful. Okay, and here let's see in practice. I'm gonna give you 4 points. Okay, first of all, the scenario. So let's remember the short movie by Wes Anderson, Hotel Chevalier. Here we have Natalie Portman, and this is a specific art direction, and the director Wes Anderson, he works very closely with the art director, and there are two different positions, but he connects himself and his job a lot with the art direction because it's his style, and he uses a lot of symmetry. So you have a light here, you have a light here, you have a vase here, you have a vase here, and you have a mirror, and you have yellow and white, and everything is carefully planned, very, 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 very planned. So this type of movie, this type of director, because it's his style, he works a lot with art directors. And let's have another example so we have a little bit comparison. Here, an old movie, and it's a feature film. It's Pretty Woman, 1990. So this in here is quite different because it's Beverly Hills, and it's external recording, and the street is ready. Of course, they put some actors for working around the actress, but even may have some people there, they weren't actor or actresses, right? So this is natural. It wasn't constrained. Probably a movie with Wes Anderson need a bigger team, because I need a costume, I need a specific art director with a specific style, and I need art producer too, because you need to wonder about fabric, you need to wonder about the ink and many types of elements that will compose the scene, need the symmetry because it's the style. So different production, different art director too, okay? And let's talk about the second point, the costume. And here I have another example because it's easier to understand. And we have Breaking Bad in 2013. And this series is amazing because the character, Walter White, he changed his mind. He changed, his mindset. He's another person. The first season, and so he's changing all the time, because first he's a chemistry teacher and he does everything right. He goes to work, he works hard, he's underpaid, and so he pays the house. And take a look how he wears this color and this type of fabric, but he's not chemistry teacher at all. He's a international drug dealer. Take a look at the clothes. Take a look at the place he is. He's wearing black. He's wearing a hat. Even the glasses are different. The mustache. So this is an interesting point here. The character changes his mindset. The art direction changes his clothes. Right? So you have here how to prove it. You have here how the art direction work with design and how design is working with meaning, right? You have here, it's practical example for you. And let's see another example of costume. I have here Vikings 2013. And this is completely different from Breaking Bad. Completely. This is historical. So the Vikings tells the story about the Vikings, and it has to be very realistic. It's not comic at all. It's very realistic because they are telling Vikings story. So take a look the blood, and take a look how they seems to be tired. This word is not clean, and it seems that everything is used. It's not new. They are using because they are. It's a specific, very specific work of the art director. You understand? So it's very complicated costume. It's even senior. It's very complicated, but it's a different purpose, a different production, right? And now we have here the third point that we want to talk about is the typography. And here I have an example of the series Stranger Things. And Stranger Things, I brought this example because this logo is in the opening of the series. And you see how important is the font you choose for your movie. It's identity. So Stranger Things, when I see it, I know, oh, it's the series, okay? And here I have another example. It's an old movie, Hockey, and it's another type of typography. And typography is interesting because I have the font, which is from the logo, and the other fonts that is for telling who is starring and all the crew who is going to work there. So there's more than one typography. and it carries a lot of meaning too. Everything has a meaning. The elements has meaning. All of them, all colors, all textures, everything. And the last one, the movie poster. Here we have Wednesday as an example. And take a look this typography, take a look the colors. She is looking at the camera. And this typography is a little bit old, and it's a little bit scary too. So a person who works with typography has a lot of sensibility to understand how to transmit meaning through the letters. And when we are talking about the movie posters, the letters plus the image. See it? So this is the magical word of the art direction. And here we have a last example, the Lord of the Rings. And of course, when we talk about rings, we think about gold. And in the end of this class, we have a very important conclusion. The most important thing when we are talking about art direction is the purpose. What is the purpose of the production that you're analyzing or you're looking? Each production has one purpose, so each purpose generates different type of art direction. Okay? And a second conclusion. The most important thing is you be aware how everything has a meaning, and it's a strong meaning. So, take any font. No, it has a meaning. Any blah, any color. No, everything has a meaning, and we need to plan it. And when we work thinking of these 2 points, the purpose and the importance of the meaning, we make amazing art direction. I hope you enjoyed this class, and I invite you to take my course From Script to Video, How to Transform a Story into a Movie. See you in the next class.